Hey guys, my name is Chobham, and today I'm going to be bringing you guys the first episode of my Inside Forge. And basically what this Inside Forge is going to be is it's going to be a co-forge map where I'm going to bring in multiple members from THFL, and also I'm going to get some of the community fans in some of the episodes that some other Flood Forgers that I think are really talented. I'm going to have them help me with the map. And basically this is going to be a Let's Forge with less walk and more talk. And what that means is I'm going to cut all the boring forging footage and go right to explaining the map. And I'm going to be explaining some of the processes and techniques that I use when forging, and basically all those techniques and stuff are used off of my Flood in Depth videos. If you haven't seen them already, they're really good. I know some of you guys complain that you didn't really understand some of the concepts I was talking about, so that's kind of what this series is going to be. It's going to be a good example of me using them while making a map. So the first example I'm going to be talking about is my most recent episode, Implementing the Environment, which is the first reason on this map is I chose erosion because it has the most varying level in design, which is going to help with my map design, which the gameplay is going to center around reaction time, close quarters combat, and easy access to multiple paths. And you can see that on this map there's a bajillion ways that you can get to the top layer, and then you can just drop down right to the bottom layer, and that's kind of what the gameplay is going to be about. It's going to center around Flood can be literally around any corner on the map, and that's going to be a high risk in this map. Is you're going to have to be quick with your shotgun skills when you're turning a corner. And so the first thing I did is I added this little middle layer, and I put that big structure out with the 4x4s, and then I put the brace walking across here, and then I put a small building to the side, and then I put a little ramp getting to the top layer. So I'm going to show you guys some of the multiple paths that you can use. See, most people would be on the roofs on this map. Is usually what people like to do in Flood maps, is they like to be in the high ground. But for this map, the weapons are going to be on the low ground, so you're going to take that risk, whether you want to go down and grab all the weapons and risk your life, where there could be a flood around any corner and there's going to be lots of corners on the bottom, or you can stay on top and be safe, and but you won't have any extra weapons to defend you. So that's going to be a tough choice that players are going to have to make when they're choosing their gameplay style when they want to play the map. So now we're going to be talking about texturing, because I find texturing a very important part in all maps, and it can kind of make my decision on whether I like a map or I don't like a map. And all I did here is just use these very clean 2x4s. I just lined them around here, and I put these 4x4s on top, layering it in a nice way. And that's what you want to keep in mind when making your maps, is you want to have the pieces flow cleanly together, and that'll always make your map look better. That's kind of my main decision whether I like a map or not. I know there's also gameplay and stuff, but texturing is a very big aesthetic type factor when I'm making my maps that I look into. So basically, I'm showing you this small room could be a holdout room, but it has two entrances, and they can literally slice you in about half a second. So you're taking that risk where you want to be down by the weapons, or do you want to be up on the roof? So that's very important. And from there you can get to multiple paths, which is one of the main concepts. Is you can take this ridge up, which is a nice way of taking advantage of the environment on erosion. I'm just building around here, that way I don't even have to build a little ramp that goes up. I just take that ridge right there, and that's already a path up, and I just need to put some blocks around it or stuff to cover up some holes and stuff, and that just saves me budget. And that's another thing, you want to be very budget friendly when you start out your map. You don't want to place down a bunch of building blocks, because that's gonna take up all your budget. That's very important. And also another advantage of another example of taking advantage of the environment is this tunnel right here. And this tunnel is going to be very dangerous because it can take you to the top layer right from the bottom layer right away. But there can be flood, and it's really dark in here, and there could be a flood hiding right around the corner waiting to slice your head off. So that's always going to be a risk that you're going to take, and that's a very important part in your flood maps. Is you want players to feel scared about all of their decisions that they make. So it's always going to change up gameplay also. It's like, do I really... So maybe the first round they survived the whole round by staying up on the roof. They're like, oh, maybe I can get a lot more kills if I grab a weapon down here. they're taking that risk that what if all the zombies are down here? So that's very important in making your flood maps, and I don't have much more time to talk. So anyways, if you guys enjoyed the series, please leave a like and also comment for any suggestions, and if you haven't already, subscribe. See you guys later.